Welcome to Inside the Vandals, a weekly look at Idaho basketball with head coaches Don Verlin and John Newley, brought to you by the School of Journalism and Mass Media. And now, here's your host, Joe Simons.
Welcome to Inside the Vandals. I'm Joe Simons. Each week I sit down with head coach Don Verlin and talk the latest in Idaho hoops. Coach, just one game this week, a big one against Utah State. You come away with another nail-biting victory, win by 3 points in that one. Talk about Steven Madison's shot. Welcome to Inside the Vandals. I'm your host, Joe Simons, joined as always by head coach Don Verlin and some special guests behind us, the Vandalizer Pep Band. We will get to them a little bit later. We'll talk to Crazy Dancing Guy, which if you've ever been to any Vandal games, I'm sure you recognize from the band. Coach, got to be really excited with the way your team played last week. 3-0, a clean sweep. Coach, I feel like a broken record. Every time we sit down, it seems the winning streak gets a little bit longer. One game this week, this one a victory over Portland State University, 77-68. Last game at home. Want to start with that big, energetic crowd. Over 3,000 fans turned out. Talked about how much that meant to your team. Spartans attempting 24 three-pointers a game, making just over 8 per contest. When a team lives and dies by the three that much, is it difficult to come with a defensive game plan? Because you know they're going to jack them up really no matter the situation.
It really is.
Life after basketball, I think we're going to be competing for some of the same jobs down the line at ESPN. Is that kind of what you're shooting for down the line?
Hopefully. I would be open to ESPN or, kind of more the regular news side of things. But whatever opportunity comes knocking, I would be very grateful for.
But the Vandals have one game this week, a very familiar opponent, the Utah State Aggies. We'll talk to Coach after the break about the team and his relationship with head coach Stu Morrill.
No good. Wow, big miss. Idaho's going to have a chance. 9.1 seconds. 75-76. Idaho out of timeouts. Attack! Free throw. Good. 2-point game. Here we go. Idaho down 2 with the ball. 7 seconds in overtime. Wiley hands to Geiger. 4 seconds. Geiger to Ledbetter. 3 for the win. It's in. Idaho wins the game. Jeff Ledbetter knocks down a 3 in overtime. 78-77.
And he's going to have to settle down or he's going to be out of this game. He's gone. Wiggins is out of the game. And he is coming after the ref. My goodness. He's not going quietly. And finally, he's ushered into the locker room by the assistant coach. And you could see that coming a mile away after the first technical. He got more animated, stomped his foot, started screaming, and then as soon as he got thrown out, just lost it. Okay, let's go, Vandals. So the Bulldogs will be without the services of their head coach the rest of the way in. Good call, ref. 4.1 left to play in the half. There's still a basketball game going on. And the possession error.
In local news, a Lamont area farmer has announced his candidacy for Whitman County Commissioner. Republican Art Swanik runs sheep and farms wheat and hay, and is a former Lamont School Board member, Whitman County Fire District 5 Commissioner, and president of the County Farm Bureau. Swanik unsuccessfully ran for a local Washington State representative seat in 2009. He has announced his candidacy for the District 1 seat currently held by Greg Parch. Fellow Republicans Kirk Seuss of Steptoe and Bill Tensfield of Rosalia have also announced they will run for the post. The primary will be held in August. Families from the Emerald Point Community Organization filled the City Council chambers to speak in favor of donating a 3-acre piece of land for a new park. The land is west of Northwest Golden Hills Drive between Nicole Court and the Golden Hills Manufactured Home Park on Sunnyside Hill. Community member Mick Nazarelli on why the park is needed.
We're an isolated community faced with a highway on one side, highway on the other side, and there's really no place for our children to go and play. There's 44 homeowners just at Emerald Point, and we casted a ballot to propose a donation to the city. 42 out of 44 decided to donate for park use.
Parks and Recreation Superintendent Alan Davis says that while the decision to build the park is endorsed by his department, it will not be built for a few years. Funding is still needed to break ground, and Davis estimates the cost between $1,300 and $6,000 annually to operate. From the News Talk 1150 CBS 24-hour newsroom, I'm Joe Simons.